Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you about phases of moon. If you look at the sky, you will notice different shapes of moon changes each night. These views are called the phases of moon. So can you imagine what causes the moon phases? The moon goes through phases. The view seen from the earth at various times in the moon cycle because there are two reasons for this. First, the moon is revolving around the sun as we know. Second, the moon is reflecting sunlight towards the earth. Interestingly, the same half of the moon is always in sunlight and the other half is always in the dark. For this very reason, we can see only the portion that is lit, which, depending on its position in the orbit, usually gives us a view of only part of a moon. Although it is really continuous and a gradual change, there are 8 recognized phases that the moon goes through, and they always occur in the same order. In this repeating pattern of sun's reflected light moves across the surface of the moon in our view from right to left. So the moon changing phases quickly over 28 days, about a month. So here in this slide you can see the different type of moon, that is new moon, waxing moon, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent. So these are the different types of moon that you can see in this slide. So as shown in the diagram, as you can see in the slide, the moon occurs when the moon is positioned between the earth and the sun. The entire illuminated side of the moon is on the back part of the moon, the half that we cannot see. The first quarter and the third quarter of moons occurs when the moon is at the 90-degree angle with respect to the earth and the sun. So we are seeing exactly the half of the moon illuminated and half in the shadow. The gravitational pull of the moon through the less than that of the earth is strong enough to cause water in the oceans to shift slightly towards the moon as it passes overhead. This is seen as a rise or fall along the ocean's shores that we can see as tides. Actually, tides are the level of water on the beaches around the world rise and fall every 12 hours. When the water level is at the highest, it's called high tide. When it is at the lowest, it is called low tide. So in this picture, you can clearly differentiate between the high tide and low tide. The first picture denotes the high tide and second picture denotes the low tide.